Hey guys, Token Vaping. Um, Today's juice review is a little different for me. I'll be honest. I reached out to this company and offered my services of doing a juice review. Um, they are a little different in the sense that, well, let me just explain the juice flavor itself, and then we'll go from there. The name of the company is Hayes Vapor Company. They're based in Austin, Texas. Um, they are a big part of SFAFTA and CASA, which most vapors know are big organizations that are fighting for vaping rights and the community as a whole and trying to get vaping basically left alone, and give us the ability and the freedom to vape, you know, regularly, regardless of where we are, with the exception, obviously, out of respect to children and things like that, as far as to um, basically where they collect. But those are two big organizations that are huge when it comes to supporting and defending vaping rights. So the fact that they are big advocates for them as well says a lot for them as a whole, as a company. Um, like I said, they are based in Austin, Texas. They do have a website at hazevapor.com. Um, the juice themselves are not available for purchase on their website. They do retail through local businesses to help support local businesses. They have a few shops based in Texas that retail their juice line. The other thing that I thought was really cool is that they have some shops in the Cayman Islands, I believe, which is really slick. Just to be able to have um, their juice sold in, some place like that. I've done juice reviews for a few companies that are based outside the immediate U.S. as well, and it's always cool. Obviously, there's vaping worldwide, but it's just really cool to have your juice line retailed in the Caymans, the Grand Caymans, tropical type islands like that. It's really slick in my opinion. Um, but this is their juice, and this is how the bottle is packaged, which I'm really impressed by. I mean, it's not anything super fancy. I'm gonna say it is a cardboard, a cardboard tube. It does have their logo, the name of the company, where they're based, the name of the flavor. It does have all their warning and ingredients label here. Um, it's a 30 milliliter size bottle, which retails. One of the ones I found is a local shop to them. It's called cloudcountervapor.com. They have a website as well. They retail the 30 ml bottle for $22.95, and it is available in a 0, a 3, and a 6. So it is reasonably priced. And they aren't doing a multitude of nicotine options because they're more concerned with the flavor and the vapability of it as opposed to the nicotine. Um, but here's where this is different for me. It's not it. This isn't something that I'm regularly used to or that I do. Um, it is all natural VG USP food grade PG, but it says it's flavored with organic food and fruit extracts. Right there. Now, I don't know about the rest of the community, as I am with my taste palette and flavors and my videos. This is entirely my opinion. I am not trying to force my opinion on anybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody how they should feel or how they should react to anything. Um, I just try to give as detailed or as um, well informed explanations of different juice lines and flavors and my opinion as opposed to that. I'm not trying to say that just because I say it that that's how it should be. So please don't take it any way other than me just trying to let you know more about a specific juice line or a flavor. But as for me, I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's just something that I'm not used to regularly. But anytime I hear the word organic, I automatically have a preset notion in my head. Um, it's not a matter whether it's good or bad. It's just that as a whole, society wise, we're just used to a specific way of life, a way of things, a natural order to things, I guess you could say. So whenever people hear organic, some people think automatic, super healthy. Other people think, okay, it's not going to taste the same because it's organic. Um, a lot of times, organic is just going to mean it's more clean, it's more pure, it has uh, a more honest taste to it. So when you associate it to vaping, it kind of gives a different impression. At least it does for me. Now, it's not a matter of whether it's going to be good or bad, regardless of what you name something, how you describe it, anything like that. The ultimate taste of it is going to come down to actually vaping it, and it's going to come down to the specific person. Um, However, I am guilty of this, and it is my apologies as well. However, like I said, when I hear the word organic, I guess it's just a mental state, that you just get a preconceived impression of what something is. So it automatically is going to um, put a tinge on it, so to speak, as far as to you're already going to expect a taste that may not be what you're expecting. Um, However, I'm here to say that I was pleasantly humbled and impressed and surprised, um, by this whole process. The other thing is the cap also has the mix ratio and the nicotine level as well, so that's pretty cool. They're very informative as far as their packaging. Now, the bottle itself is a blue colored bottle, and again, it basically emulates the outer label as well, just in color. Um, so it also has a batch code and a born on date, which is really cool too. So overall, the packaging is, for the most part, it's simplistic, but the information that they supply on it, and the dedication that they put into making sure that you as a consumer know everything about this, showing that the born on date for it, for the freshness, showing the batch code, so that God forbid you have any type of issue or situation or problem with it, they know exactly the batch that it came from, so they can find out what may have caused that problem. That's very impressive. And again, being part of two of the biggest pro uh, vaping community wise, I mean, it just all of that just goes to show the dedication, the attention to detail, the the love and just pure support that they have for vaping as a whole. It's just overall, it's just a very impressive package. Um, the other thing is that with the packaging, with all the warning, with the labels and everything else, for just general safety for your own health and everything else, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what it is, for whatever reason, if you receive a bottle, period, doesn't matter who it's from, if you receive a bottle and for any reason you feel that there is something wrong with it, whether you feel it was tampered, whether a seal may be broken, whether you think it's unsafe, just don't vape it. Contact the company, let them know what's going on, explain to them why. They'd be more than happy to make amends to rectify the situation so that you're getting something that you feel comfortable vaping. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And having the born on date, the batch code, I mean, it just adds to that, so it makes it easier for them to figure out what may be a problem if there is one. I have yet to really come across anything that I consider a serious problem. Anything that's been sealed has always been fully sealed. This container was sealed when I received it, so I mean, it's there was also a plastic safety seal on the bottle. So they do take steps to make sure that the quality and the safety control is there. It is a child safety cap. So I mean, just be safe. That's all I can say about that. Um, Now, the flavor that I was able to acquire from Haze Vapors is called Vanilla Berry, and it's a blueberry, strawberry, and vanilla. Now, there is a little something different about this that I will let you know so that you understand this. Um, Again, blueberries, strawberries, everybody understands. the vanilla. I was very impressed because it basically felt like they were trying to go for the actual vanilla taste and not just a cream, a custard, a yogurt, anything like that, and call it vanilla. It's actually meant to be, in my opinion, a blueberry, strawberry, and actual vanilla flavor. So it's definitely going to have a different taste to this. If you're not used to the vanilla taste, if you're not used to what people will classify as a true or an organic flavor, this is definitely going to taste different. But that can also be a very positive thing because sometimes different or unique is a very positive and good thing. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what the vape on this is, and then I will go into the flavor a little bit. As always, the only cotton that I use is Texas Tough Cotton. It's not an ordinary normal wicking cotton. It is very solid. It holds flavor very well. So in this situation, it's definitely a plus. But if you are interested, you can check it out at Texas Tough Cotton on Instagram. Haze Vapor also is on Instagram. As I stated, they also have a website as well, and you can contact them on Facebook and email it also. So they definitely have ways to contact them. So they have no problem answering any questions that you may have or any information that you might want to know. So as I stated, and it is clear, the bottle is just colored blues. And here's the other thing. I almost forgot. Wow, my apologies. This is really cool. It's something really simple. Oh, wow. Definite blueberries. But if you notice, the tip of the dropper is curved. At first, it kind of threw me off because I wasn't exactly sure why, because you don't really see it a whole lot. But the tip is curved to ensure that you can get every drop of the liquid out of the bottle. So instead of being straight down and having trouble and having to tilt the bottle and everything else, the tip being slightly curved so that when it rests inside the bottle, you can't really see it due to the color of the bottle, but the tip basically hits right in here, but it ensures that you can pretty much suction squeeze up all of the juice out of the bottle, so you're getting pretty much every last drop of the juice. That's really cool, just to ensure that you don't feel like you're wasting it. Like I said, it's nothing super huge. It's not anything detrimentally different, but it's just a nice little touch added to just kind of give vapors, that little extra love, I guess you can say, and just say, hey, we just want to make sure that you fully enjoy this. So that's pretty cool. So, like I said, it is an 80-20. It is clear. Does not gum up my cotton. Does not gum up my coils. Vape's very clean as well. But I'm going to go ahead and drip this real fast. And you can see that it is a thicker mixture, so it does drip thick as well. So that's really cool also. I have vaped some juices that were supposed to be a higher VG, and they just seemed like they were a bit thinner on that. So I'm going to go ahead and vape this real fast just to show you the cloud production off of this. But it is an 80-20 mixture. It is vanilla berry from Haze Vapor. Instant blueberries. That is the very first thing that you taste. That is the very first thing that you smell. It is a solid, strong, on-point blueberry flavor. If you are not a fan of blueberries, it is going to be a bit much. If you like blueberries, it is a very, very apparent kick to the tongue, basically. As you can see, the clouds are very thick, very solid. For me, that always makes the vape that much more enjoyable, is when you have very thick, solid clouds as well. So when you're exhaling, it just adds a little bit more to the enjoyment or the relaxing factor. After a long day, if you've had a busy day at work, or just even a hard day, stressful day, long week, things like that, and you come home, you relax, you sit down, and you want to vape, you want to enjoy the flavor, but the clouds also help in that aspect because, basically it's kind of just taking a vape on it and you're doing the and then you have this thick cloud come out too. It just kind of adds to the enjoyment factor of it. So having the solid vapor production off of it is always a plus as well. Flavor wise, like I said, it is very strong in the blueberry aspect. That definitely takes front and center. It can be a little strong for some people who aren't a blueberry fan, but again, if you like blueberries, if you like berries, it is definitely very solid on point flavor for that. The strawberry seems a little muted, mainly just because blueberry is such a stronger flavor. The strawberry is there. It definitely is there. There is it kind of is more of an undertone on the strawberries, at least from what I'm getting out of it. Um, and I would say probably about halfway through the vape to the end of the vape and the aftertaste, you definitely get the vanilla. Now, for those people that don't know or may not experience it with a whole lot, vanilla as a flavor is very strong. If you're cooking with it, and you use actual vanilla flavoring, you do not need to use a whole lot of it. It's a very strong addition. However, real vanilla flavoring, the pure vanilla flavoring, the extract of it is very, very soothing, and it is a very comfortable flavor as well. It does have an almost custard-like taste to it, but you definitely can tell the difference between vanilla flavor and a custard flavor. Um, and the vanilla for this vape is definitely there. It is very solid at the tail end of it, like I said. Probably about halfway through it, and then the ending of the vape, you get that vanilla, you get that warm, comfortable feel to that, and that just definitely, in my opinion, just tops off this flavor. So while it does have a very strong start with the blueberry, melding in a little bit with the strawberry and then having that vanilla on the end, it's basically a pretty much all packaged vape. But as I always try to do, I try to be as honest as I can about this. It is a very strong flavor in overall as a vape. So if you're the type of vapor who likes more subtle flavors, if you like a more smoother flavor, if you like um, a more non-distinctive vape, I would definitely give this a try just for the fulfillment feeling that this gives you, but I am going to pre-warn you that it is going to be stronger than you may be used to. Now, if you're the type of vapor who likes strong flavor, if you like berries, obviously, and vanilla as a whole, then most definitely give this a try and definitely consider adding this to your rotation for an all-day vape. Um, it does have a blueberry punch. It does have the strawberry mixed in, and the vanilla is a very soothing ending. So as far as the organic aspect of it, if that's what makes it so much more in your face as far as flavoring wise, then I definitely think it's a good thing. If the organic aspect just means that it being a locally sourced ingredient, that it's just more of an all natural ingredients used in the flavoring, you may not taste the difference. I have vaped other flavors that are just as strong, so as far as that aspect of it, it is a little, it's not that different now. But if the flavoring definitely has a little bit of a difference in it. I have vaped blueberry flavors that are very strong in the blueberry that have a very sweet, almost overly sugared taste to it. I don't get that with this. So if the organic flavoring aspect of it just makes it more natural, makes it more real, then it's never going to be a bad thing in that aspect. The throat kick is non-existent. No kick to the throat in that sense for the nicotine or anything like that. Overall, it is a very solid, smooth vape with a very strong flavor to it. So with that said, Haze Vapor, thank you guys so much for allowing me to do the review for this flavor. It definitely is a really good example of the organic flavoring aspect. So letting people know that it's not a bad thing and it's not something that's going to be really different to a vape is always a good positive show of that, to let them know, hey, it is another option, definitely give it a try. If you guys are in the Texas area and you know what I'm talking about and you've tried this line, absolutely, you are definitely going to be positive supports for that as well. If you haven't had a chance to try this line, definitely reach out to them, find out what it would take to get a bottle. You know, it's not very expensive. $22.95 on, like I said, on Cloud Country Vapor, cloudcountervapor.com. My apologies, Cloud Counter Vapor. Um, $22.95 for a bottle is not that much. It's definitely worth the investment for just to try something different. If you work at a shop, if you know of a shop, if you go to a shop, if on a regular basis, if they haven't heard of it, mention the name to them. Haze Vapor. Um, they can reach out to them. It's not ever a bad thing to have something new, something different, something out of the ordinary in a good way, you know, to out there as another option to vape on. So I apologize, I'm running this a little long and I don't mean to. Haze Vapor, thank you guys again. Great flavor on this. It's a very solid vape. It was very enjoyable, and like I said, it definitely changed my opinion of what I consider organic to mean now. Guys, as always, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Like, subscribe, follow. Anything that I can do to help enhance your vaping experience, absolutely, I will do. That is what I'm all about. Let me know, hit me up, email me. Anything that I can do, I will do. So until next time, guys, Haze Vapor, thank you again. Token Vaping, vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.